Hello, I'm Daniel, and welcome to the Emunah Project. We here at the Emunah Project are continuing in our series of videos with respect to inspiration, information, education, guidance, advice. And I was recently drawn to a problematic passage in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 36, when it's talking about the power of the enemies of the Jewish people, the enemies of Israel, grown to the point where they're apparently unassailable. The enemies seem like they cannot be beaten, that we're doomed. The Talmud in Masechta Sanhedrin 96a, in that page, Chazal, our sages, derive from this verse that Mashiach, the Messiah, will not come until all of the Jewish people have basically given up all hope for salvation. Now, and specifically, that the Mashiach will not arrive until that point, until the Jewish people have given up all hope. And when things get to that point, that's when the Creator will step in. That's when HaShem will come in, when we've given up hope. Now, I find this a bit of a problem for a couple of reasons, but one of the reasons is it seems unlikely that the advent of Mashiach and God stepping in won't come until we basically violate one of the 13 principles of faith, which is belief in the coming of Messiah. So when we stop believing, then God will come in. I've got a problem with that. It was Harav Yaakov Kamenetsky who gave response to this question. He interprets Chazal's statement that God won't come in until we've given up hope of salvation, given up hope in Mashiach. He interprets this to mean that God will come, the Mashiach will come, when we have given up on relying on others to save us, on relying on foreign powers and other people to come and rescue us, when we should be looking to help from God, from the Creator. Our mistake has always been in putting trust in other people and in governments, in man instead of HaShem. And this is an error that we've repeated throughout our histories. There's one in particular very disturbing passage in the book of Ezekiel, where Ezekiel derides the Jewish people for putting trust in foreign armies, specifically the Egypt, the cavalries of Egypt. And there's images of, I won't get into it, of the Jewish people basically lusting after these horses, and it's a rather disturbing passage to read, but the purpose is to disturb people. The purpose is to revolt you and just make you sickened, because this is what it is. Instead of trusting God, you're trusting in other people and in other nations and foreign countries. We must have faith in ourselves to trust ourselves, because only we can help ourselves to save it. Who else is going to save us? We have to save ourselves by believing in ourselves, not putting our trust in others, but putting our faith in God, because true deliverance only comes from the Creator. True deliverance only comes from HaShem. That is why Rav Kamenetsky says that after HaShem sent Moses to Pharaoh, let my people go, that's when HaShem hardened Pharaoh's heart, because he wanted to show the Jewish people that they can't hope in Pharaoh's mercy to save them or anyone else. He wanted things to look bleak and so they have no resort but to turn to Him. And again, here we have a situation where things have to look hopeless. Not that we should give up hope altogether. We should give up our hope in others and turn to our true help, our true assistance, our true saving power, which is HaShem. Let's hope that the time has finally arrived for us to acknowledge that it is only our Father in heaven who can and will save the Jewish people, who will redeem us. We will be doing more videos along these lines. Please come back. Please watch. Please learn. And until next time, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.